So lately we've been doing too much thoughtful analysis on series and not enough giving opinions quickly and dismissively on a lot of series. So we're going to do some of that today.
Hell yeah, we are.
So we're doing a tier list.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Mm-hmm. So we'll do the Mal Top 100 Anime.
Yep.
And here is our selection pool.
Are we ranking the ones we haven't seen too?
Should we?
Probably not.
We could. Okay.
We'll do the ones we have seen.
Okay. It's fun to do a tier list of things you haven't seen. All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it. Oh, should we have a fun category, by the way? Should we add that?
A fun category?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do F is for fun.
F is for fun. Nice.
Okay.
I like it.
Nice.
All right.
Number one, we have this is the Bunny Girl Senpai movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Nice. Yeah. So Bunny Girl Senpai it's Monogatari with less problematic fan service, but a lot. Much worse.
I see.
Yep.
I see.
Like, it is pretty much plagiarism. It is plagiarism. The guy said that he got it from Monogatari. It's the same show. It's just way worse, but has less.
See, that was
less camera.
See, that was actually my plan if I ever wrote a story.
Was to make a worse Monogatari?
Yeah, with just less of the
less fan service?
Well, I couldn't write as good of a story.
Sure.
So I just want to make it.
Yeah.
Just with less fan service.
Makes sense.
So yeah, this is essentially what I wanted to do. C tier.
Put it in C tier for now. It's like, I mean, it's not the worst thing on the list, you know? Like, sure. It's solid.
That's fair.
Yeah. It, like, has a key dynamic. They go through developments and have some sort of conclusion.
That's
huge. Like, it's not bad. That's huge. It's just pretty forgettable.
Valid. Yeah. Valid. Okay. Vinland Saga Season 1.
Sick. Season 2 started coming out. I'm really excited to watch it because I haven't read was it Farmland? Slave? What's it called?
It's called the Slave Arc, but then people call it Farmland because there's like
the farming arc and Vagabond and all that. Yeah.
Super sick. Season 2 will be great. You will love it.
Yes. But, I'm just gonna wait for the whole season to air and then I'm just gonna binge it because that's how I prefer to do things.
For sure. But Season 1's also really good. And it's actually interesting because I won't talk about it because of spoilers too much, but like the ending shot of his knife.
Mm-hmm.
You know that?
Yes.
Like the best part of the whole shit.
Yes. No, I read the manga.
Yeah, it's not like that.
I know the difference.
It's just not like that.
I'm wondering if they'll do something like that for Season 2, where something's added in the animation. There's how it's like visually expressing
there's
itself.
opportunities too. They
nice.
Good.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
Word.
But yeah, no. Season
I like
1.
Vinland a lot too. I kind of agree with your coming up on it. I would. That's the thing is, it's definitely more than one tier better than Bunny Girl.
I was going to say A, so I don't know. I don't know how things will shake out, but I was going to say A.
Yeah, so we'll move things around as we go if we need to. But
for sure.
For now, we'll go A.
F is for fun, for sure. For Kaguya.
This is just season 1. That's season 2.
That's season 2.
Okay. What's the one you think is like actually good? Ice Kaguya?
It hasn't been animated yet.
Okay,
It'll be the next thing animated. Like the season that just ended ends right before it, I think.
Okay.
And so literally the next thing that comes out will be really good.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Next up is Haikyuu. I'm watching Haikyuu right now, but I just finished season 1. I'm like 4 episodes into season 2. So I'm just going to pretend that this is season 1. I don't know if it is, but I'm going to put it in fun.
Okay.
It's like pretty good. It's like, yeah. I feel more attached to the characters in this than I do the Bunny Girl Senpai characters.
Yeah.
But I also watched Bunny Girl Senpai like 2 years ago. I'm currently watching Haikyuu.
That's right.
But it's a great cast. I can see it being great. Yeah. I can definitely see it.
No, from what people say, it seems like it's actually really good.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer? Yeah, no, I've never seen that.
Somehow, despite being people who run an anime YouTube, we haven't seen Demon Slayer.
No Demon Slayer for us. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to all the Demon Slayer fans.
You can just see the 100 million other people who have watched it.
Yeah. I was going to say, our hearts for Ufotable by Elsewhere.
Yeah.
You've seen this, right?
JJK? Yeah. I like JJK. I've only seen season 1. I haven't seen the movie. I don't even remember what the movie's called, but I'd like to see the movie because it's about Gojo and he's the man.
Valid. I'll scooch it in a little bit. It's
pretty sick. I'll probably put it in C for now, but I'm sure that the show overall will be good by the time it's over.
I see. I've heard some of the famous arcs from the manga. So
yeah. So I am highly anticipating that. I will be watching season 2 as soon as it comes out.
Hell yeah.
It's a very fun show.
Hell yeah. Clannad After Story. It's pretty fantastic. I'm thinking like A.
I would say A.
I'm not against S, but we'd have to see where things go around. But I'd put it in A for now.
I would take it over Vinland season 1.
Yeah. Not by like a whole
Not by a
ton.
whole ton.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to put it in S and see how things shake out?
Yeah, let's
I
do
feel
that.
like we both probably definitively prefer this to Vinland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll go S on that. Got our first S tier.
It goes
SS.
Vinland Season 2, Clannad After Story. Vinland
Season 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Word. Nice.
Fruits Basket Season 2.
Fruits Basket Season 2. Okay. I think you like Season 2 more than me. I think we feel fairly similarly about the show as a whole, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, because, like, I don't know... We'll probably hit this a lot in terms of, like, random parts.
Seasons, not like the culmination of the story, but just like, a piece of it.
It doesn't culminate in much. I just think it like sets up like Hyo's conflict very well, which then ties into like the overall stuff.
Yes, yeah.
So I don't know if I'd like really. I'd probably say like C, right? Like it sets up things very well, but I'm not sure it has its like own conclusions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't have a problem with that. Because it's kind of... It probably sets itself up a little bit better than JJK has currently. But, you know.
Fair.
Maybe that is hindsight's 2020, having seen Fruits Basket end up panning out in terms of Toru's character development and whatnot.
Yeah. The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya.
You love this.
I do. I was going to say yes.
Really?
Oh, I love this movie.
Okay. I did not know that. I didn't expect that at all.
No, it's interesting.
I haven't seen it, so I can't say
I mean, it's kind of like with Clannad, like we may move it.
Okay.
But it's interesting because when I first watched it, I wasn't like super sold on it. But then like, it's been like 2 years since I watched it and it's only grown on me. And like, it's very much stayed in my mind.
Nice.
Yeah, it is. Imagine like the Tatami Galaxy, but like more grounded, but also like more human feeling.
Oh, okay.
And then like establishing the relationships for an entire like fun show.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's kind of like that.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you kind of could do the Tatami Galaxy in a movie, right? Because it's pretty damn short.
Yeah, but then, you built the character relationships.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, imagine if, like, Akashi was a character and they had a good relationship.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Because she's just not really a character at all.
Yeah, so super sick. Kara no Kyokai 5, I forgot the actual, like, subtitle of it, but...
Your opinion on this is it exists.
It exists.
Okay.
D.
Guys, hell yeah. Word. I've seen no Kara no Kyokai, so I have no idea, but...
Kara no Kyokai overall is, like, solid, but 5?
It's not your favorite.
Not my favorite. I mean, like, it's just, like, conflict building that just, like, kind of is, like...
Sure.
Super great.
Is this Heaven's Feel 3?
This one's weird because it's, like, my VN thoughts and my movie thoughts are kind of, like, jumbled.
Sure. Yeah.
Because, like, if it was just the movie, I'd imagine... Or if it was, like, the VN part, I'd probably say, like, SS for now. But, like...
Yeah.
The movie's, like, definitely worse, but I don't know if it's, like, completely not valuable. So, like, I'd probably say, like, A or S.
Okay.
I'll probably go S.
Okay. So we'll put it in S for now.
Yeah.
Nice. Whoa. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Really, we're getting more S's than we are A's or B's.
We are.
Yeah. This Odd Taxi, right?
Mm-hmm.
And neither of us have seen this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0, Thrice Upon a Time.
Haha, yeah.
Or is it fun tier? I mean, it wasn't really fun, but the last 15 minutes
I hated watching it.
Oh, it's super boring.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with us, we're massive Evangelion fans. It is largely the basis for both of our perspectives on art as concept. Do not care for the rebuilds.
No.
At all.
No.
So 3.0 is going in D.
Hell yeah. It's sad because, like, I've said this, like, so many times, but I wish the rebuilds were never made and the last 15 minutes of that movie were just, like, released as, like, its own OVA thing.
And Ano just did anything else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he's just doing anything.
Not that he's really done anything else great besides Evangelion, but...
I mean, no, not that I've seen.
Yeah.
I like Ritual.
Ritual's good.
Like, for a movie, like, it's a movie that's, like, a self-contained story. It's, like, an hour and a half. Like,
yeah,
Ritual's
good for an hour and a half.
But then, like...
Love and Pop is terrible.
Well, yeah.
Shin Godzilla, like...
It's a Godzilla something differently.
Yeah. It's good as a Godzilla movie. It's just not good as what you'd want out of an Ano story.
I really enjoy that you said that when have you seen any other Godzilla movie? movie.
No, but in terms of what I'd be expecting
Yes,
from a Godzilla movie, yeah. Yes, no, I haven't seen another Godzilla movie.
But yeah, I mean, I could see Nadia being good. I would like to watch it one day.
Sure.
I've never seen this.
GTO's probably sick.
I've heard mixed things.
Okay.
Mixed things.
Fair.
Yeah.
What is this?
I know it. I've never seen it. I
don't know what that is. 86. Have you seen 86?
Nope.
I haven't. Okay.
I haven't seen that either.
Don't know what this is. All right, we're loading them up.
Hell yeah. Fate Zero Season 2.
Nice. So when I first started watching anime, Scott had a significant jump on me. And we have very different perspectives on things than we do nowadays. And this was one of his like 4 or 5 10s at the time. And then I watched it and I didn't like it anywhere near as much. And usually I end up being wrong on things and he comes over more, or I come over more to Scott's side. But this time it was the other way around. Not that I made any substantial argument that changed Scott's mind, but I don't think that you care for this that much nowadays.
I don't. It was
fine.
It's fine. It was interesting because what made me come down on it, because I watched this show and I was like, when I first watched this, very different like things I was looking for than I am now. But when I first watched it, I was like, the concept's so cool. I know most people find like the first half boring and like on rewatch, like it's not super entertaining, but like I was like
UPW is way more entertaining.
Fair enough. I was like enthralled the whole time when I first watched it, and then I kept liking it. But then at some point I was like, I like it when my character like development is like fleshed out and like has like valid reasoning to it, and like Kurtsu's just doesn't.
That's fair. But the Kuritsugu versus Kirei fight is like one of the best fights in anime.
I mean, it's super sick.
So I feel like we can't put a D tier just because of that. But
I mean, I like Waver's character. We can put it in C on that.
Hell yeah. Sick fights and Waver.
Yeah, Waver.
That's not the reasoning anyone else is using, but that's okay. I have no idea what the next one is. Do you?
I think that's Mushoku Tensei, but I could be wrong.
I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it? Okay.
You've seen that.
Promised Neverland. Season 1. I hear it takes a nosedive after season 1. I've only seen season 1. Season 1 is super fun. I watched it in one setting. I really enjoyed it. I didn't think it was like...
It diverged from the manga. That's part of why they don't like season 2.
I didn't think it like had anything to say or anything like that, but it was an interesting mystery. So F is for fun.
F is for fun.
Yeah, F is for fun. Hell yeah. What is this?
I believe that's the Revue Starlight movie. I've not seen it.
Did you watch Revue Starlight? I thought you did.
I tried.
Oh, okay.
I dropped. My computer died like halfway through the first episode, and I had zero desire to keep watching.
Nice.
One day I'll get back to it.
Okay.
Berserk 1997.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
We thinking A?
A or S?
Yeah.
I would say. I don't know. Would you take Guts from Golden Age or Tomoya?
I'd probably take Tomoya, but I don't hate the reverse take.
It's pretty close.
That's fair.
It's really good.
It's
I like it a lot.
It's interesting, and you still need to read it.
Yeah.
But you just gotta read his fucking sex scene. Just do it.
Hey man,
just do it.
I don't
it's
know.
2 chapters.
I don't spend much of my days reading sex scenes.
It's the best one you could possibly read. How's that?
Okay, I will.
But I guess that like kind of factors in though, in terms of that comparison you just made.
Yeah, because you're deriving a lot of value for Guts based on that interaction with Casca.
Yeah, and it is a very huge moment in his relationship with Casca, which is obviously very important to the story. So I don't know. I'm fine with either tier. Up to you.
I like Berserk 97 a lot. If it's up to me, then I'm going to say S.
Let's do it. All right, Rurouni Kenshin.
I think we have. Oh no, we have the same amount of S and C. That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. All right, we'll sort it out.
Rurouni Kenshin: Trust and Betrayal.
It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
I think we might have our first B tier.
I was about to say that.
Yep,
Literally about to say
our
that.
first B tier.
Let's do it.
I saw somebody post on Twitter like a history of the Mal top whatever, and this was like 2 or 3 for a long time in like the 2000s.
Yeah,
super strange.
Yeah.
It's really good, but I guess I can see that more from a perspective of somebody who's more like aesthetic focused and something that's more like perfect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you're more like aesthetic and lack of holes oriented,
it is beautiful.
Yeah.
The like atmosphere is fantastic. Like it's not necessarily
efficient.
It's not necessarily the type of story we love, but like if you like this type of story, it's very good.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me sad though, because like it is so much better than that section of the manga.
Oh, really?
If that last arc could have been adapted like that.
That's
Oh
unfortunate.
my god.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it adds a lot to like those. I think it's like 10 chapters.
Okay. Next up is.
I think that's the movie.
Is this the
but I could
movie?
be wrong.
I'm going to go based on this being the Bondrewd focused movie. That's what I'm thinking this is. I'm not sure. If this is the Bondrewd focused movie, I guess.
It is because there's the season.
I see
one's
there's
there.
season 1 there.
Yeah.
Then this is probably the best part of the series, and therefore it's D tier because the series fucking sucks.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
I hate Made in Abyss. It's so bad.
Hell
It's,
yeah.
dude, it's just I really just it's just bad.
Mhm.
Like the best part of it is just sad porn.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Like that's all it amounts
I
to.
am so glad I dropped
The world
that.
building and soundtrack and like atmosphere and stuff are like super cool, and I can see that like eventually the world building goes somewhere and makes it good. But
Mhm.
as it stands, like it's like the best part of Made in Abyss is like a discount version of that one episode of Violet Evergarden that's super sad. It's like the same type of thing as that, but
Yeah.
not as good.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I should watch the Violet Evergarden movie because like I kind of helped with Violet Evergarden.
Yeah, like the concept is really cool.
Yeah.
I almost think if I rewatched it, I might think
I wanna
more
read it.
highly. Yeah, I can see that.
I want to
But I
read it.
definitely want to watch a movie
Yeah.
because
I'll probably watch the movie, and if I think it's like has missed potential, then I might read it.
sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
This-
Really interesting concept for a show.
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay.
This is Kingdom. I've never seen it.
I haven't
Yeah.
done any Kingdom in any capacity. This
Spy
is
Family season 1. This
You
is.
love this.
It was. I mean, F is for fun for sure, but
Okay.
very fun.
Valid.
It was bad. It was actually kind of wild because I was like, I was like very in my head. If you remember, like early this summer, and this was like actually the one thing that I could just like put on and I'd
Just
be like,
enjoy it.
yeah.
That's fair.
I was just like, this is just taking me out of my own head. I could just
Yeah.
sit here. So very fun, very engrossing for me. Though I want to go back to Made in Abyss real quick
Yeah.
because I think the story of us watching episode 1 was very funny
Okay.
because you put it on and you're like, oh, like watch it with us. Like we I heard it's gonna be really good, and I was like watching and I was like, this doesn't feel so good. I need to take a dump. And then I never came back down and I never watched another episode. And then like 2 days later, you're like, that was the worst fucking show ever. And I was like, glad I took that dump.
That was a well-timed dump.
Yup.
Nice.
It's Atomic Galaxy.
I think I've always liked this more than you.
Mhm.
I would go either C or B. I'm okay with either.
I was gonna say B.
Okay, word.
Okay. Interesting.
I like it a lot. I like the style of it more than the substance of it.
That's fair.
I think that it's a show that if it finds you at the right time in your life can be really impactful and meaningful to you.
yeah.
But
If
I
the
think-
idea is like new to you. and
if the
you're
idea
like,
is new to
whoa.
you, I just think it's a very common idea in storytelling, and I've seen it done better other places by a good margin.
That's fair.
But it's a story that, like, if somebody says this is one of my favorite things that had a big impact on me, I completely appreciate that.
Yeah. I am so infuriated by this.
Somebody responded to my question sticker on Instagram today saying that this is the easiest 10 they've ever given. And I was like, well, I haven't seen it, but I know Scott disagrees.
For anyone unaware, this is a show called Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju. I know it's a mouthful, but it's actually like it is. I can understand that reluctantly. I can understand that it is a very interesting show. It tells the story of this like. To be honest, I don't know how obscure it is. I've never heard of it before, but this art form called Rakugo, where it's like this type of storytelling that like one person does on stage. They like play different parts. It's interesting. But it tells the story of it through the Showa period, which is like, I think like World War One era to like the 1980s or something like that.
Mhm.
Through like these two men taking up different roles. They're very good friends, and like it's very much about like their dynamic, and then like this girl. But anyway, like production incredible, like very like technical character writing, not like how the arc is structured, just like how everything's presented, dialogue, like the little things, the nuances of like how they craft these people, incredible.
Sure.
The like overall concept, how it like ties into like the development of the art form over this time, incredible. Season 1, this is season 1, absolutely like fantastic like setup. I finished this season. I was like, this show's gonna be incredible.
This is like one of your favorite OPs too, right?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
This is a fantastic OP.
Nice.
It is, the OP is actually sung from the perspective of the main girl of the show and actually gives a lot of insight into her character.
Interesting.
Yep.
That is not the norm with OPs, but
No.
that is pretty sick.
Yeah.
It does happen from time
The
to time.
lyrics are like fantastic and
Nice.
very much show where she's coming from on like a lot of things.
Hmm.
So I guess for season 1, I'd probably put it in this like C tier where we're saying like really good setup, because it is really good setup.
And then season 2's down here, so you want to save your thoughts on that for that? You're all just knock it out now.
I mean, we'll just put it in C tier too, because like it just doesn't really go anywhere. That's
Okay.
the problem. Yeah, that's the issue. It just like drops a lot of shit, and like
Okay.
the like main character just kind of like becomes kind of a side character in season 2, and
Yeah.
like he has like 2 okay episodes, and then there's something about the ending that just pisses me off. I won't say because of spoilers, but
Nice.
ugh. It's just gross, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we got some elitist
Yo.
anime.
Yeah, we do.
We haven't talked about this one in a while. I'm actually high on this.
Are you really?
I
would love
am.
to hear. I would love to hear why, actually, because
I don't think
have,
you're gonna love my reasoning.
I have a lot of fondness for this show.
Yeah.
but, like, and it's one of these shows that I think is like perfect in other regards from what we're looking for.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'd love to hear what you have to say.
So for anyone unaware, what he means by other regards, then what we're looking for is most of what we look for is thematic development that is grounded towards some sort of tangible point, usually one that is emphatic and leaves some sort of impact on you, and is almost like an argument made for an idea by the show, movie, whatever. But yes, no, this is just more about the political conflict and the world building of it. And I just think everything's really well presented and the world of it is fantastic.
Absolutely.
And in that there are so few things that I think really excel in the main things that I look for.
Yeah.
I'm starting to look at
Okay.
this more fondly than I would like Hunter x Hunter.
That's valid. I mean, it's
Because
not.
I appreciate it succeeding in what it's going for more.
Yeah. I mean, it's
But
not
I don't think
terrible
it
in
would
like
change
what we
your
do at
mind.
all.
No. I think Reinhardt's a good character.
Yeah, but as for anyone who's unfamiliar with it, it is. I remember watching the show because it was described as like Game of Thrones in space, and I think if you're really like interested in the like grounded like political drama of Game of Thrones, then this kind of blows it out of the water.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if that's what you're in Game of Thrones for, like
Yeah.
this. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is very much. It is about this very long spanning, or a portion of this very long spanning war between the Galactic Empire and the Free Planet Association, and the like main political idea that is tackled is what is better between a benevolent autocracy or a corrupt democracy, and it pretty much tackles that from any angle, really every angle possible.
Yeah, and
Over
even
its
the
runtime.
figures in each one are very fitting figures to have to establish those ideas.
Yeah, so if you like just like very thorough, detailed look into just like a political conflict that does tie into like larger political like ideology,
Yeah,
fantastic show.
the way it's presented is like as a history is
Yes,
really
it is.
interesting
It
too. And
is very
if you
interesting.
like art that is styled as if it's almost like a history book that's
Yeah.
telling you the overarching narrative of a
Mhm.
world over time. I
Yeah,
think that it does a very good job of that. Although the narrator spoils a lot of things, which is annoying, but
it is annoying,
It's-
but it's interesting because it does maintain like it's not like boring like a history class, but like it
Yeah.
is presented almost like you learn history, where like the narrator almost like is presenting things to you in a way that like showcases how these ideologies are being expressed and changed over time within the show.
yeah, it's very Tolstoy too. Like
Interesting.
yeah, Galactic
Okay.
Heroes is very Tolstoy. I bet that he's a Tolstoy, whoever the creator is a Tolstoy fan. But yeah, I don't think Reinhardt is as strong of a character as Pierre. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
because I prefer War and Peace.
B?
I was gonna yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
We probably think the least highly of this out of anybody who's watched the
Yes.
entirety of it.
Absolutely.
Because it has a major roadblock in that it is boring to most people. So unless you're the type of
It
person
gets
who's-
more entertaining as it
yes,
goes.
yes.
I will say, like, I think it's like episode 54. There's a thing that happens.
I know what you mean.
Okay.
And yes, it is like episode 54.
I was on the edge of my seat through just like that conversation.
Oh yeah,
It's just a conversation. There's like no like action or anything, and I was like glued to the screen.
No, you should read The Birthgrave. It has the best of that kind of thing.
I see.
Yeah, for sure.
Monster.
I love Monster. I like it more than you, I know, which is sad.
I've been kind of high on it. I can't lie. I don't know where you're putting it, to be honest, but
it's my favorite thing on the list so far.
I see.
Yeah.
I was gonna say A, but if you want to put an S, that is cool with me. I was actually talking.
I do want to put it in S.
You can put it in S. I was actually talking about it with our sister the other day, where I was like talking about this my thing with it, where I'm like, it was really interesting watching and like seeing, because Tenma, the main character, who's this like very like altruistic doctor and very much values human life, and the way the show like is able to put you into his shoes and like make you see through his eyes and like see the value of human life like that through just like very like small like implicit or like nuanced things.
The Tenma explores and helps out random people arc in the first like episode 10 to episode 25 or
Sets
whatever.
up things very well.
Very worthwhile episodes, which you wouldn't really think at the time.
Yeah, but it like very much I mean, I got desensitized again, but it was interesting because it very much like shifted my view of just people in general and like death.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, we'll get to it later, but like I watched Hunter x Hunter right after, and like which is like a fun adventure show, and like people die all the time, but it's like, you know, it's a fun action show. Of course people die, but I was like watching it like kind of disgusted. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Why are they just disregarding these people?
Why did somebody just die? And it's like a footnote.
I'm like, what? This was a person. This was a person with 0 lines in the show. And I'm like, that was a human being.
Yeah. And Monster does kind of do that.
Monster does do that. Like,
but that is the point of the show. That is what Monster's trying to say.
It definitely ties in.
Monster,
so whenever I like think about that, I get a little high on the show. I do like Monster.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty great. Cool.
All right. Cowboy Bebop.
I'm almost tempted to put it in fun.
You know what? That's fair. That's so fair.
It's like somebody thinking the show is incredible makes sense to me. Like in terms of aesthetic, in terms of like Spike's charisma, everything like that. Oh, somebody on Instagram today asked me most charismatic characters, and like Spike's a good pick, honestly.
He's up there.
But the story is too disjointed and too implicit. And I don't love the conclusion that Spike comes to at the end.
That's my big problem.
Yeah, I don't like
I really like episode 5.
Sure, yeah. No, episode 5 is gorgeous. But that's the thing is, very often, I think it is the dominant opinion, people will call episode 5 the best episode of the show. And it is kind of problematic for a show to blow its load that early.
Fair enough. I like Faye's character arc. She's honestly carrying the show in terms of like thematic stuff.
The Faye's good. Yeah. Spike's badass. Faye is emotionally compelling.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if the show went in a different direction and went slightly longer, it could have been the firm, classic, all-time great anime that a lot of people think it is, in my eyes.
That's valid. But, I mean, you've heard my comparison to it, right? We'll get to it in a bit.
I don't know.
Oh, no? I say... I always say Cowboy Bebop is... Gintama, if it was less funny, shorter, and then the fight in Shogun Assassination went a little differently.
Nice. Yeah, fair.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, yeah.
That's exactly what Cowboy Bebop
I thought you were going to say Gintama. Once you like pointed to something else, I was like, he's going to say Gintama.
Well, that's where Shogun Assassination is.
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, fair. Mm-hmm. Cool. Want to put it in fun?
Let's put it in fun. The Cowboy episode is all time.
Yeah, it is. It's sick.
Fantastic.
I love the Batman the Animated Series episode too.
I didn't really.
Also,
watch that,
the rotten food one is incredible.
Is that the Shrooms one?
No,
I don't remember that.
Where there's something
it's like a monster.
Yeah.
No,
that's super fun.
That's good. I haven't seen Wolf Children, but I hear it's good.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what this is.
I couldn't get through it.
Yeah, no Joe. Gurren Lagann.
We
like Gurren Lagann.
I love Gurren Lagann.
We both like Gurren Lagann.
I'm saying A tier.
I'm down with A tier.
That's B.
I couldn't get to access the screen. No, I'm down with A tier. Gurren Lagann's awesome.
Yeah, I want to rewatch it.
Yeah,
I think I can see myself.
I'd be down for a Gurren Lagann rewatch. I wish it was like a little shorter, because if it was like a one sitting thing, I'd say, do you want to get really hammered and watch all of Gurren Lagann? That would be fun as hell.
I mean, That's bad. I mean, we could watch on our own, and then if we want, like, join together for like the movie, because I know they go more into the final fight in the movie.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
So
I
if
can
you want to like
yeah.
watch it on our
I
own
can
to
be down
get
for
like
that.
around the same time,
Yeah.
and then
I need like a new fun show to watch right
Yeah.
now too, because I finished White Lotus, which is
Yeah.
sick if you ever want like a fun
Oh, yeah.
chill show to watch. Yeah. Just watch season 2, not season 1. Season 2 is a lot better, and
Okay.
they're like barely connected.
yeah, I'd be down. I'd be down to be hammered and watch more of the final fight.
Oh yeah, they're gonna combine. Okay.
I have no idea. Oh, that's Epo, isn't it? I've never seen it.
I haven't seen any Epo.
Ping pong.
It's probably good. Ping Pong it's a C tier for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same.
Yeah.
Word.
It's cool. The style's cool.
The style's so cool.
It's because it's like some Tommy Galaxy, but it's slightly worse in
Yeah.
terms of substance and themes, and slightly worse in terms of style. Actually, I would say significantly worse in terms of style, to be honest.
That's fair. It's a lot more entertaining. It's a lot more okay.
No.
Because people have different perspectives than us, which is super weird. You guys shouldn't do that. I don't know what made you think that's okay. But anyway,
Yeah.
since people have different perspectives than us,
Yeah.
the Tatami Galaxy is like super singularly focused on the main character, and that's part of why we prefer it. But if you prefer something that's like more wide in scope and focused on like a lot of different people and how they interact without like ever going really into one, Ping Pong would be more up your alley.
Yeah. Well, I think that they establish Smile
Mhm.
more earlier, and then the emphasis shifts more towards Peiko, and I thought Smile was a more interesting character from the get-go.
I agree.
And then
But there's also Dragon and like
and
Calm. Yeah.
and that stuff is interesting, but it really felt like the final game between the two main characters was going to be the climax of the series, and then they just kind of disregard it. So
Mushishi, I've never seen it.
I've seen a few episodes. It's episodic, which I'm not a big episodic person, so
It could join together though.
it
Like
could,
Aria
yeah.
is
I
too.
wouldn't be surprised if Mushishi is excellent. I didn't stick with it, so I have no opinion.
Well, Your Lion April. I'd probably say like C tier. It's weird. I think it peaks like in like episode 11 or something, to be honest.
How long is it? Like 24?
Super,
not great.
Super interesting setup. The main character's conflict, like, very great. It reminds me a bit of March Comes in Like Line in terms of like the setup and like who the main character is, like what he's kind of doing with his life.
Yeah.
But he kind of like resolves his conflicts in 11 episodes, and then it focuses on this like kind of subpar romance.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay.
But him like resolving his conflicts is pretty cool.
Fair.
It's just like it's kind of rushed.
Yeah.
Gintama season 4. This is Shogun Assassination and Farewell Shinsengumi for the most part.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's B or A.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Or what is it?
Gurren Lagann and Finland.
I'm fine with A. I was thinking you said like C or B for some reason. But
Oh, okay.
I'm fine with either.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like Gintama season 4 a lot.
I like Gintama.
Yeah, Gintama's great.
Yeah.
If this was the final, which is where we are putting the most emphasis and the value in Gintama as an overall story, then that would be an SS.
Yeah. Tadake Shinsengumi.
Steins Gate's unfortunate that it's on here because I have to talk about it, and nobody likes me when I talk about Steins Gate because I hate Steins Gate. I'm sorry. I don't even really want to give all of my criticisms about Steins Gate.
I say you give a couple, and I'm gonna get a little more water.
Cool. Can you get me some too?
I can. All right, talk Science Gate, Mark. You got this.
Some strong water. My problem with Steins Gate is the first half of the show focuses predominantly on a cast of characters and trying to get ingrained and tuned with those cast of characters. And I don't really like them. I think that they're meant to appeal to a large demographic, which often are anime fans, but is not people that I tend to hang out with a lot. And I think that the way that they present all of these characters is super problematic. I do most of the time like Okabe, but the way that they handle Okabe, and I don't remember their name, but
We know who you're talking about
Yes.
based on pronoun.
yes, the way that they handled the trans character, I did not care for. The way that Kurisu is presented, which is strange to me because she's one of the most beloved women in anime, but I think that her character really amounts to 3 sentences of development that she has daddy issues, which I don't like. I think that talking about daddy issues as like a dismissive conflict for a girl is wrong. I think that daddy issues can be a very compelling and full-fledged conflict.
Yeah.
But
when it's
not
just,
in this case.
When it's just 3 sentences to kind of like throw away any development that could be there.
Yeah. And then my biggest issue is Mayuri, who, from what I understand, this is better handled in the VN, which I haven't played, and that may be true.
Fair.
But Mayuri is...
But this is the show.
Yes. Mayuri is very infantilized to the point where she is, I believe she's 16 in the show.
Something like that.
But she is not a child. Not like an actual child. Like she's a minor, but she's not a child.
She's not like a toddler.
Yeah, and she responds to not just their ridiculous science concepts, but basic conversation with Mayuri don't understand, and I cannot deal with that. That is awful.
She's the main investment point for like the emotional conflicts.
Yeah. She's the basis of the main conflict of the show, and all I wanted was her to be off screen, which kind of hurts.
That's fair.
I understand why people like this show. I just wish that they did more with the plot of it, because I was much more invested in the plot than the characters.
That's fair.
They do kind of do an Evangelion thing where they abandon the plot to go for the characters at the end.
I see.
But
you didn't care about the characters.
I didn't care about the characters. I thought the plot was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So it just didn't work out for me.
I watched it while taking midterms during my sophomore year of high school, and I loved the plot, so I enjoyed myself. But,
yeah.
Looking back, I can definitely see your criticisms. So
I'm just gonna put it in never watched, just out of wishful thinking, honestly. Hell yeah. Okay, One Piece. I've only seen 100 episodes of One Piece, so I've seen none of it. So I guess I have to put it never watched. I can't really have an opinion on it. I haven't even seen 10% of it.
That's fair. Mushishi, we've never seen.
We haven't seen. Is Howl's Moving Castle?
Something like that. I've never seen it.
I don't even know. Okay.
You've seen this.
I've seen Princess Mononoke a very long time ago.
So you would have never watched
I'm 26. I watched this in middle school. I'm going to put it in... Like, I feel like it's a really good movie, too, is the thing.
Really?
Like, I feel like I really liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't...
I heard it's...
Like, I can, like, vaguely conceptualize it now and
I heard it's
good.
just Nazca if it was good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it in fun because I don't want to call it a certain quality level based on my memory as a 14-year-old.
That's valid. Spirited Away. Should we just put this in fun?
Yeah.
I don't feel like... It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
I really like the atmosphere and like the animation and stuff.
I don't.
The weird thing
people talk about it as like the Marxist subtext makes it really thematically compelling, and like
I'm all around for Marxist subtext, but
sure,
I can't say I
didn't
was taking that reading. I kind of think it's like Coraline, but like
that is
more
super
like
fleshed out,
more like bright.
It's Coraline, but less
terrifying,
scary, and like visceral, which is yeah. I definitely prefer Coraline.
Mm-hmm.
Coraline's great.
Coraline is great.
Yeah, I would love to rewatch Coraline.
I've seen it twice, terrified both times. I watched it originally when I was 9, and I was like, oh my god, this is the scariest movie ever. Still stand by that take.
That's fair.
Still stand by
the other mother.
She's terrifying.
She's terrifying.
She's terrifying. Yeah. Okay. I haven't seen that, sorry.
I watched the first episode, and
you said you didn't like it.
I hated it.
Really?
I hated the first episode. Like everything about it was, I just couldn't deal with it. But I have no opinion on the show. If you're a fan of Natsume, I have no opinion. I could very well watch the show and be completely wrong, and it's the greatest anime ever. I don't know.
It tends to have. I found it has a lot of like overlap in fans with Aria.
Sure. Yeah, I could see that. It from what I read, it's structured pretty similar to Aria. Similarly,
War Ippo.
More
Never
Ippo.
seen Ippo.
Haven't seen it.
Hey, MyAnimeList season 1. It was all you. I've never seen it. I watched 10 minutes of it before I went to take a dump.
Yeah, I've already said my thoughts on Made in Abyss.
I see.
Yeah.
I think that's slam dunk.
This is slam dunk.
You read it.
I've read
but that also doesn't have the ending, I think. Unless that's just the movie. Did they make the movie?
I don't know. I think they did make the movie.
Oh, okay. That's probably the movie then.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest slam dunk guy.
No, you're not.
The idea of slam dunk versus real versus vagabond in terms of Inoue Takahiko's works being a debate
Yeah.
is very strange to me.
Mhm.
I really cannot understand any order other than Vagabond, then Real, then Slam Dunk.
That sounds so good.
With quite a bit of distance between those. But I like Slam Dunk. I think it's really cool that Slam Dunk had a tangible effect in bringing basketball to Japan.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, you
I
told
love
me about that when
basketball.
you were watching it, and that's
Yeah, that's super cool. It's a huge series. It is like his most popular series.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put in fun. I like Slam Dunk.
That's valid.
Yeah, I enjoy Slam Dunk. I enjoyed reading it.
Mhm.
The final game is great, but
Valid.
Yeah.
Your name, I feel like you're going to say D, but I'm going to make a strong case for fun. All right. I'm going to tell my story.
okay.
And it'll tie in because, okay, let me do this.
Yeah, no, you do have a good story for this.
I have a good story. Okay.
Sure.
So we both went on it, but we were sitting apart. So I went on this 6-hour flight.
Yeah.
And I was so sleep deprived. I had zero energy. But anyway, I hadn't watched anime in a couple of years, but I was like, oh, I should get back into it. I should watch like some of the movies. And so I looked up like good anime movies. And so I actually loaded up Your Name. I loaded up Ghost in the Shell, Your Name, and a sound voice for this flight. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So I am sitting next to this middle-aged woman. Again, zero sleep in me. So I'm sitting next to this middle-aged woman, and then I turn on Ghost in the Shell. If you've never seen Ghost in the Shell, the first scene is the main character just naked as all hell, just like doing weird action sequences. And I was like, I'm watching this, I'm like, when is she going to put on clothes? Because I see this middle-aged woman next to me just like very uncomfortable. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to turn this off now. So then I turn on Your Name, which was also kind of annoying because like it opens up with like the male character and like the female character's body just kind of like feeling her up. And I'm like, what the God damn it. I'm like, all right, we'll stick this one out. We'll see what happens. And then it was fine. But anyway, I'm sleep deprived as all hell. I'm watching this movie. I start sobbing. And this middle-aged woman is just like, why is this man-child just crying to cartoons next to me? And so I had a great time with this movie. And so I say it's F is for fun. So let's put it in F is for fun.
It in F is for
and
fun.
then right after that, on this same flight next to the same middle-aged woman, I turn on A Silent Voice, which is actually a good movie. And I've seen it since this time, by the way.
Actually a good movie.
I've seen it since this time, by the way. So like my opinion isn't shaped by how sleep deprived I was. And since it's also a good movie, I cried so much more. And I was just bawling my eyes out. And this poor middle-aged woman is sitting next to me just like, what the hell? I also probably didn't smell great. I can't lie. Like,
so if you're a cruise in Alaska.
Yeah. If you're out there, whoever you are,
sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was a great movie. You know, I had a great time. I had a wonderful time with you. I enjoyed the time we spent together. I'm not sure I'd keep doing it, but I very much valued that time, even though it's over.
That's fair.
Yeah. So yeah, that was great. I'm with you on A.
Hell yeah. There's food. Do you want to pause and then we'll just finish it after? Nice. All right, we've returned. I've transitioned from water to water. You're still drinking.
I'm still drinking water.
Water.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. I don't know if we're actually going to edit in a cut saying that we ate dinner, but we just ate our stepdad's steak, which was excellent.
It was excellent.
So let's continue with your list. Next up, we have MyAnimeList.
MyAnimeList season 2.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Wait, this is Awari season 2?
That is Awari season 2.
Oh, so we get back from break and get our first...
Yeah, oh yeah.
Beef. Yeah, hell yeah.
Okie Dark.
Okie Dark is...
It's kind of sad because we don't have the two better parts here.
That's fair. Yeah, that is fair.
Don't have the two better parts.
Yes.
Yep. There are two.
So you need Koyomi Reverse, and you need... Wait, is Shinobu Male in Awari Season 1?
Mm-hmm.
Nice, okay. So if you're a Monogatari fan, but you haven't read Acerola Bon Appetit. It adds a great deal of context to Shinobu's character, and in, I suppose, our opinion, makes it the second best Monogatari arc. So
That it does.
that leads to a very weird take of Owari season 1 over season 2.
It does.
But it makes
does.
sense if you have the context of the LN there.
Mm-hmm. Shinobu has my heart. Love her.
She's great, yeah. Day one Shinobu fan.
Ogi Dark, fantastic. And that's what's driving War Season 2 being right there. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's the conclusion of Aragi, but it's like somewhat of a pseudo conclusion.
It's a pseudo conclusion.
Yeah.
We get some
It's a turning point for sure.
additional applications
Yeah.
in the movie after.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right.
So next we have March Comes In Like a Lion, season 2.
That is season 2. I didn't finish this one. I only watched the bullying arc and I stopped. So I haven't seen Burntfield. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, it is called Burnfield. Interesting. I thought you had seen this as well.
I'm
not the biggest March Comes In Like a Lion fan.
Neither am I, which is sad. It's set up so well. Like so much about it I love, but it just like, doesn't come together.
Yeah, like the Shaft production is fantastic. Yeah, I phrased it like that intentionally, man. You're not supposed to laugh for on camera. But yeah, Shaft production is excellent. I like Ray's character a lot.
Yeah.
How he's established and going into all of the dynamics. I just don't think that things are fleshed out and like driven to the point that they could be. But it is like the beginning of a story, so it is very possible that the manga elevates this to a point where I love it.
For sure.
But I don't think that I love season 2. And honestly, I think I liked Ray more in season 1 than season 2.
That's valid.
But
season 1, like the last episode, I think, when you have like his
like
little
Burnfield
flashback.
is good and like adds to him, sure, but
Gotcha. But like the little flashback in season 1's really good.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. And the bullying arc was.
I like it. I know you don't care for it as much. I think it does add a bit to Ray and like seeing how he like
reacts to her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's also adorable.
What are we feeling on this? C?
Yeah. Cool. A place further than the universe.
Oh, you've seen this.
I have.
Nice.
It's probably like C, but like it's also fun. So like I'm fine with either tier. Let's say F is for fun.
F is for fun.
F is for fun.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 1.
Really?
That is what that is, yes.
And Part 2 isn't on here?
I guess not.
Why?
I don't know what's up with this, Mel. I don't know what's up with this tier list.
Okay.
Yeah, that is Part 1.
So if this was Season 3 Part 2, I would think a whole lot more highly of this. Season 3 Part 1, I
mostly just
don't really
stuff.
care for, yeah.
I don't care for it either.
Because I like Attack on Titan, not as much as you, but I like Attack on Titan. I think Season 3 Part 2 is one of the most fun times I've had watching anime.
Oh, yeah.
It's really sick.
Mm-hmm.
Season 3 Part 1, though, is okay. It's fine.
Like a D.
Yeah, I can't say I care for this. If this was Season 3 Part 2, though, I would be arguing for B or A. Or not A. I'd argue for B.
I'd probably say C, but like wouldn't be mad at you for B.
I'd say B, and would almost want to put a very fun tier just for that, because it is more fun than any of these that I've seen.
That's valid. It is very fun.
Okay.
I want to eat your pancreas. I've not seen.
It's a sick flick, isn't it?
I believe so.
Can't be a sick flick.
Yeah. Code Geass Season 2.
Interesting.
F is for fun.
Yeah, I agree. F is for fun.
F is super fun.
It's super fun.
Super fun.
I watched it as a 17-year-old boy, and I enjoyed
the 14.
And I enjoyed the power fantasy. Now that I look back on it, it definitely seems off as a show, but
the ending's like kind of dumb.
It's weird because I remember like thinking it was like the greatest ending in fiction for like forever.
Same.
But like, and I was like, oh, Vinland just kind of does a Code Geass type of thing, but like Vinland's is kind of a lot better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Season
so yeah.
And it goes further.
Yeah. So
yeah. No, Code Geass
and what's strange is, speaking of next up, for the longest time I was a diehard Code Geass is just like a perfection of Death Note. It just does everything that Death Note does better type of person. That was the argument that I'd always make. Mm-hmm. And now, like, I think Death Note is better.
Fair.
Like, it's kind of edgy. It's kind of just like someone read Crime and Punishment and shoehorned in a bunch of anime nonsense into Crime and Punishment.
Which is all I wanted out of Crime and Punishment, to be
Which
fair.
is fine. Like, you
All
can make Crime and Punishment with a bunch of anime nonsense. That's sick.
That's all I want.
That's sick.
That's all I want out of a story.
Yeah.
But that cuts out like the epilogue.
There's no character named Seamanoff, though. I don't remember if those Crime and Punishment.
No, that's supposed to be underground.
That's supposed to be underground. Okay.
Seamanoff.
All of the Dostoevsky
Names.
minor characters are lost in.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay. But Death Note, it's pretty good, to be honest.
That's fair. I mean,
It's like pretty solid, yeah.
I'm pissed because like I read Crime and Punishment. I knew, and like I saw the Death Note similarities, and like I kind of like was like, okay, that was definitely inspired. But I was pissed because like I love the epilogue of Crime and Punishment, as do you. Right?
Yes.
Where like the plot is kind of concluded, and now we're like, okay, what's Raskolnikov thinking now?
Yeah.
And the plot, as far as I know, I never actually finished Death Note, but as far as I know, the plot kind of concludes, and we don't really get that with Light. But I was pissed when it came to Death Parade because we see that picture of Light, and so we know they're in the same universe.
Yeah.
But I wish Light got an episode.
That would have been sick.
That was just like if Light just got an episode of Death Parade, just like doing the Death Parade thing, but it was just the epilogue of Crime and Punishment.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
That would be fantastic. Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting thing to explain because then
That Death Parade would be like
Death Parade would be high and
S-tier.
would be like, this has nothing to do with the main cast of Death Parade. Just the Light part is really good.
Yeah.
But
yeah, where's Death Note going?
it's like, it's not a B. Like it is. I definitely.
John like put it as like a high C right there.
Yeah, it's
All
a high.
right.
It's.
Okay. We weren't ordering.
I
these,
think
but, like,
of the ones I've seen, because some of these were just you, but of the ones I've seen, this is the strongest thing in C.
Okay.
But I would feel wrong if I put it on par with Tatami or Galactic Heroes or Rurouni Kenshin. Next up is JoJo Part 5. This is a fun tier. This is a fun tier. Okay, this is a fun tier. Like,
so fun.
I watched the second half of this in one sitting. But this is long. I watched 6 hours of this in one sitting.
Mm-hmm.
It's super sick, but it's JoJo's. JoJo's is amazing, but JoJo's is really meaningful. Until part 7.
I will say.
It kind of is. Part 6 does some stuff. And, yeah, but I think the overall totality of JoJo's is very meaningful and what it's presenting and what it's showing.
I agree.
I don't think that anything really comes to a tangible head in part 5.
Yeah.
Scott, I'm breaking you a lot tonight. All right.
Hot take for everyone. If we were going by meaning with JoJo's Part 5, Mista is carrying it.
Best character of Mista? That's fair. I understand.
Mob Psycho 100 Season 2.
I would not be surprised from what I'm seeing. I've seen some screen caps and whatnot. I wouldn't be surprised if Season 3 is great.
Really?
Really?
I can watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it.
I wouldn't be surprised if Season 3 is great.
All right.
And
we could do that one together, too.
I'd be down.
We watched 1 and 2 together.
I'd be down.
Yeah, I'd be down.
I wouldn't be surprised if Season 3 is great. Because Season 2,
yeah.
It's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're putting it in C.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, if Season 3 ends up in, A, I wouldn't be shocked.
All right.
I mean, maybe it could be an S. That would be a big jump, but, maybe.
Jump.
But,
Not the biggest.
I've seen the quotes with the screenshot of what's on screen in the climactic moments and that is the thing that most good characters do in their climactic moments.
Okay.
So it could be good.
All right. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I love this show.
It's great.
It's it's stuck with me so much. I don't know. I adore Full Metal Alchemist. I think about it fairly regularly. It's just
I do too. It's been 7 years since
I know.
I've seen it.
Yeah, it's been a long time for me too. I really like it.
It's good.
I'd say it's just pretty perfect. Just in terms of a traditional action adventure story, everything about it is great. Yeah, I'm done with A.
Yeah, I put an A.
Not in D.
Yeah,
it's great.
Neon Genesis Evangelion, the end of Evangelion.
So if you've been listening to the whole thing, we said that we are massive Evangelion fans. If you know us, you know that we're massive Evangelion fans. And Evangelion is largely the basis of our perspective on art. But we're both show over movie people.
Yeah, for the endings?
Yeah, so
For sure.
So this is a bit of a tough toss. I feel like I'd still advocate for SS, to be honest.
Would you?
Yeah, I mean, given what we haven't asked, we said we might move stuff, but like I'm taking End of Evangelion over all of these.
Okay, yeah, I'm down with SS.
I would take.
I think those are close. That's the weird thing. I think those are close, but then I think like Zoku and episode 26 are close.
Sure. Yeah. So we're going SS on End of Evangelion.
That works. I actually find this is a very like weird point to make, and I guess I won't go fully in depth because of spoilers, but I find the structure of End of Evangelion itself and FLCL to be similar in terms of like how like certain conversations like carry through like wordlessly into like different parts of development in the climax, even though they have it earlier.
Sure. Okay. So like the Misato Shinji conversation,
and then there's like the you don't remember that's not what I'm talking about. But like the Haruko Naoto conversation.
Yeah, no, I need to do I guess I need to do my 4th FLCL watch. So I had like 17 or something.
I started but didn't finish 19 the other day.
Nice. I'm kind of surprised that that's not on here. FLCL. I feel like it's pretty universally respected.
It's too weird.
It's definitely like a classic in anime, though.
But it's too weird.
Yeah. No, I thought you were making the point of it being more of a coherent plot that sort of breaks down and becomes more abstract and more introspective as it goes on into the show. Mm-hmm. Even though I think that FLCL is a bit more grounded than Evangelion, which just becomes pure nonsense at the end of Evangelion.
Sure. I mean, FLCL is pure nonsense as well. But
sure, but
one more.
Hunter. Yeah,
I'm high on Hunter.
I don't know if I'd say I'm high on it, but like, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. I don't.
Okay, maybe I'm not high. I've settled on it. I feel like the dust has settled finally.
I'm okay with A or B.
I was gonna say
A. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it the least of the things that we have in A, though. I will say.
Same.
Okay. But I
except maybe like I mean I like Gintama way more, but like maybe I like more than like that season, if that makes sense.
I think that like the logic of Meruem's character arc is stronger than the logic in any of the developments in Gintama season 4.
Yeah.
But I think that given my emotional resonance with the characters, season 4 hit harder for me, and I think that is kind of the basis of
fair.
Gintama.
That's fair.
But
I guess I still very much think that Gintama was building at that point, and so like, that emotional resonance didn't like translate to like an impact at that point in the series, whereas like Meruem's logic did.
Okay, that makes sense.
But like the Kagura being sick episode is also in that season, so it's definitely the greatest season ever.
Okay, so SS.
Yeah, pop it up there. Hell
yeah. Most people probably would have. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's the tier list. I'm surprised some things are missing. I don't know if I grabbed this if this tier list is based on an earlier point.
It's got to be older.
Because I'd expect that Gintama, the final would be in here. I'd expect there to be some of the later Attack on Titan stuff to be in here.
Yeah, no, this is a little old.
Yeah.
Those
Spy Families.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I like we noticed at the exact same time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And Ava, 3.0 plus 1.0, that's new.
Oh yeah, that's definitely newer than season 3 part 2 of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, so I don't know why this is missing stuff. Does it not duplicate? Is everything just representing one part?
Oh shit. Other than Fate, but
yeah, but Fate's more of like a.
Do we want to quickly go through and redo this? If everything, because second season should be in there too. I think of like Monogatari.
Oh yeah, okay. I guess.
Oh, but no, there's Rakugo. There's both Rakugo parts.
Okay, so we don't know how the hell these people designed this.
No,
we'll just add some commentary.
Okay.
If Gintama came to its apex and we had the final, we would put this in SS.
Yes.
What else is there?
Well, it's weird because it's weird with the SS things because both of them are just like if they reach their apex, they'd be a tier higher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fruits Basket. SS. If it reached its finale. It's
yes. Right yeah. If Fruits Basket had the final season,
it
would be SS. Agreed. Let's see. Mob's probably higher with season 3, but we haven't seen it.
Yup.
Attack on Titan, well, it's just anime because the other parts have manga, which would change their
Yeah.
placement too. But if we're just having the Attack on Titan anime, it's probably what?
I don't know where it is now, to be honest.
I don't know where the anime is.
It ends.
Yeah.
I think it ends like with the rumbling starting.
The entirety of Attack on Titan would be like A or S. You'd have an S, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Probably.
So,
Talk a bit.
so the entirety of Attack on Titan, including
Mm-hmm.
we don't know what's released. We're manga people for Attack on Titan, so
Love is War would be an A if we had everything.
nice.
I like Love is War a lot.
I know. Let's see what else. That's probably it in terms. JoJo's. I guess there's no anime for Steel Ball Run.
No.
Steel Ball Run would be SS.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
and then we haven't seen any of these, so that's probably it. Cool. So that's
All
the tier list. Thanks for joining. Anybody who has, like, comment, subscribe, any of that, help us get this channel off the ground. We're trying to do a tier list to farm some watch hours so we can get into the YouTube partnership program.
Oh my god.
And if you've stuck around the whole time, you've helped a lot. So we appreciate you.
I love you so much. Leave a comment, like the video, click the link, tell us how much.
All the stuff I just said.
Mark, listen, repetition's important. They will understand. And I was going to say, click the link in the bio, go to our link tree, click all the links, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, because totally people who are watching this haven't been to our Instagram.
Nice.
They've never been to it.
Yeah, no, never.
Click the Patreon.
These are new people through YouTube.
Yeah,
There's so many of those.
exactly.
If we do have some of those, if you are a new person through YouTube, comment something.
We love you.
Yeah, you're the best.
Go to our Instagrams, follow them, click the Patreon, give us $1 million.
True.
Yeah,
We're
perfect.
all right.
I think we did $1 million work right now.
I think so too. Yeah.
We put in a lot of effort.
Yeah, we
Fucking
killed it,
cheers
yeah.
to that.